Welcome to AE Exclusive, where we get to bring you different people coming from outside of Rwanda and making their dreams come true in Rwanda. Today, we bring you the CEO and co-founder of Quantum Solution Limited, Mr. Sheik Mia. You are very welcome.
Thank you, Krista. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you too. How are you doing?
I'm very, very well, very happy. This is an opportunity I've been looking forward to for a long time. You've made it happen.
How about a brief introduction so that our viewers can get to know you a little bit more?
Well, there's a lot to say. I will condense it. I am a resident of Rwanda for the last 13 years. I've been here for a very much longer time. I was born and raised in Guyana, where I received my foundational education. I immigrated to Canada, where I received my professional training. And I plateaued in my life and career and decided to come to Rwanda, Nziza.
Rwandan Caesar.
It was a place that offered me an opportunity to grow some more, develop, and enjoy, and also participate in its growth.
So what brought you to Rwanda? What pushed you to come to Rwanda?
It was purely accidental. I knew the geography, its history, and everything else. And the image out there was not necessarily accurate. And on a flight one day to perform in Burundi, there was an accidental stopover in Kigali. And there was something that called me. And I decided that I will revisit this place. And it took me another 13 years to come back.
Oh, interesting.
Since then, I've made a few visits, but I decided to settle.
To settle in Rwanda. So you're currently settling in Rwanda?
It is my intention to permanently stay here, and in about 2 years, I will be voting.
Interesting. Any family here?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
It's a journey without passengers.
Okay, I can be a passenger.
I have adopted friends and family, and I'm very comfortable. I don't miss anyone, actually.
In the community, how do you find it?
The community is very vibrant. There is no shortage of thrills and excitement. We can talk about that later. Being from Guyana and the Caribbean, there's a certain amount of similarity and familiarity. So my roots have prepared me for my new home. I didn't know this was going to happen.
So meeting the CEO of Quantum Solutions Limited, I cannot fail to ask you about the company, what it does, and the solutions that it brings to the Rwandan community.
Sure. Quantum Solutions was formed 3 years ago. And it was a genesis of something that's been in the minds of myself and the co-founder, Mr. Elvis Seda, who permanently resides here sometimes. And we have an aggregate of approximately 50 years in what we do. I have 40 years. I've got 35 years abroad and the additional 10 years. With a combination of that knowledge and with the emergence of new technologies, growth, and the opportunities here in Rwanda, in the region, and in Africa, we felt we are underserving our skills and our profession. So the time came when we decided to leave employment of others and realize our dreams. And so far, it's been a journey. We have had to take on a lot more responsibilities. We've been able to travel, engage partners, and do our work because we have hands-on skills. Right?
So for someone who is hearing Quantum for the first time, what would you tell them so that they get a deeper understanding of what it does?
Quantum Solutions started out as a digital payment service deliverer because we are very familiar with the fintech and the financial landscape in Rwanda from all aspects, technical, the ground up, from the regulatory point of view, the economy itself, and the challenges. When we look at all of that, we felt that even though the market is small, what we can build here can be exported. So very quickly, we moved into software relating to taxation. And Rwanda has made it significant. We were part of that growth when it launched, when RRL launched the EBM environment and invoicing. We were part of that generation. So we moved into taxation technology. and very recently into educational technology. And we've
Mm.
been able to engage a number of external countries and impress them. And we can talk about some of our projects later in the last 3 years and of our accomplishment. And we have attracted the attention of the African Union, who has endorsed some of our initiatives.
Ah, oh, that's really big. And company-wise, like, is there like an exact number of the employees, like national employees working there?
We use employees in Rwanda on a need basis. Our service delivery standards demand that we integrate with external partners. For example, in South Africa, in which one we had a successful project, we earned a project that gave us 50,000 USD to deliver a platform in Soweto, an electronic money platform. We had to work with ABSA, which is it's a notable South African bank, and we had to utilize third-party integrators because of regulatory reasons. Some of the workers are in different places on two continents because the technology is very intensive. We are doing cybersecurity, and our partner is in Europe. So in this technology, you have to use where the resources are,
Mm.
both human and otherwise. In Rwanda, we are engaging in building a knowledge base here,
Mm.
but the delivery standards and the demands abroad, like in taxation, it's very difficult to find someone who is outside of RRA to be a subject matter expert.
Um, so, in terms of registering the business, what was the process like? Registering a business in Rwanda, take us through that process. Was it hard? Was it easy? The constraints that you might have faced within that process.
We have, in our previous professional lives, we've been working with RDB,
Mhm.
very familiar with the registration procedures.
Mhm.
We are familiar with their challenges. The registration of Quantum happened in hours.
How about the first time dealing with
There was
RDB?
not. The portal that RDB had, it lives up to the expectations.
Mm.
And Rwanda being open for business and the mission of RDB in permitting quick registration, getting business to work, it is not hype. It is a reality. I was there last week to do confirmation of an IP registration, which Quantum
Okay.
has registered, and I got that certificate in a matter of minutes.
Oh.
In spite of the challenges that RDB faced with its recent relocation, etc., I've been able to navigate RDB vertically and horizontally. So I have a very good idea of the internal efficiencies from the registrar to the one-stop center to the IT sector
Mhm.
and even the people in the CEO's office who are ready to welcome me and say, what can we do for you today?
Ah.
Good job. I offered to work there one day.
And all right. How about the business environment in Rwanda? How do you find it?
Because of the nature of our technology,
Mhm.
let us deal with a financial technology platform.
Mhm.
What we realize is that Rwanda has been a good starting place for a hub, for us to perfect the music and go to perform in the concert. It is not being used as a lab. It is being used as an environment in which we can proudly say, I had a recent visit to International VAT Association, a few years ago, and the EU was grappling with a problem with 27 countries and the VAT administration. And I was very proud to say that we in Rwanda, we export more than agricultural products. We have solutions that can solve your problems because we are starting out. We don't have to go through the pain. And it was very surprising, and it was very actually emotional to tell people, 27 representation in the EU, that we in Rwanda, we can help you solve. The dialogue is always the other way.
Mm.
What can you help Rwanda to do? Give us some money, this. But we can help you with these problems. In the second visit, we made an appearance at Her Majesty's Revenue Customs in the UK, and they were grappling with the same thing, with overseas trading with the digital world. So we have a lot of solutions that we can offer not only the continent, but others. And this is a message I would like to convey.
Right. How about, are there any projects that you plan on working on in the future here in Rwanda?
We have a plan. Let me start. We have received endorsement of the African Union. We have received letters of guarantee from the Algerian government in funding the development projects. Those are funding initiatives, and we have got grants from a number of places. Will permit us to start projects in Rwanda that requires heavy licensing restrictions. There's cost to all of that. We would like what Rwanda has built to add and bring in the new technology. One of the big ones that's really on the stove right now is educational technology, because quantum, with its technology background and with the AI strategy of the government of Rwanda, and me, myself, being an educator, I believe we are very well placed to deliver the AI vision on Rwanda in working with higher education. I've approached the Rwanda Education Board about this, and I'm aware of some of their challenges to work in partnerships, both higher education and at the primary school level. And it sounds a little strange that we are coming from technology, how we are into education, but the world is technology, right?
So education-wise, what is it? What problem within? Because education is a very broad structure. So what problems
Knowledge,
specifically?
delivery methods, convenience, costs. Our teachers have to be trained. Currently, the Rwanda Education Board is screening its teachers to achieve a certain proficiency level. That would take time, effort, and cost. Rwanda is moving towards English. It's a primary instruction in primary schools. At the university level, because of the Francophone background, those institutions and students are faced with challenges because English is not indigenous. And these are barriers to people who have potential. We want to reduce those barriers with the use of technology. You can use an AI robot sitting in the comfort of your home in a classroom and accelerate your learning process at a lower cost. Students who have to get notes, do quizzes, all that technology is there. It's being used around the world. There are many people who got educated in higher education beyond. What we face with is inertia, adoption of new technology. But I have to talk to the new Ministry of AI to deal with some of those barriers. So I'm asking that we enter into these partnerships
Mm.
and accelerate this.
So are there like current partners that you are working
There
with?
are a few of the British councils there. I am trying to discuss with certain university. I am trying, next week I'll be meeting a representative from the Council of Higher Education to discuss this. And I would like to pay a visit to the Ministry of Education to support us in what we do.
Yeah, so security-wise, how is the security environment in Rwanda working in it?
We are used to hearing what others say about how good security is in Rwanda. And in my private life, I've enjoyed that. It's no exaggeration. Unlike other places, we are free, we are lucky, and my only concern about that is how do we continue to keep it that way?
Mm. And the environment, as in cleanliness and all that, that's a comment we often get about Rwanda.
It's exceptional, and I don't know how you do it. Some of my Kinyarwanda that I've got is from the signs that the city of Kigali has put in Giforoso about washing your hands. I see a lot of effort is being made at the local level to do that. Yeah, the cleanliness is, in fact, it surpasses some of the standards I've experienced in the so-called developed world.
Mm. And we cannot talk about a country or areas without talking about leadership. And what are your views about the leadership of Rwanda?
It is no secret that the governance in Rwanda has surpassed all expectations in spite of the naysayers, in spite of the pundits of doom, and in spite of all those others who have said that, and I've followed our president in his international visits and how he's reacted to the criticism. Accountability and transparency. I have traversed Rwandan system, the government at the local and at the national level in the areas of taxation, in corporate, in social services, even the services, the security services. I've had reason to visit all of these, and I'm able to understand the transparency and the horizontal relationship. Governance and transparency is excellent, and accountability. I've had to deal with the secular level, the judicial level, in some of my encounters, and I see the transparency. And those who are reluctant to cooperate very quickly realize that they have a public duty. And last week, I did publish an article I encourage you to read on transparency and silence and how it could devalue what we have today. Is what you have today, a lot of work, sacrifices have been made. Good job.
All right. So, in terms of, as someone who's been living in Rwanda for 13 years, I believe you have a lot of recommendations that you would give to people who haven't been to Rwanda yet in terms of places that you've been to. What are the recommend those people who want to come to Rwanda?
Against the background of that, let me explain to you that my 13 years is a passport stamp. It's a document of convenience. I've embraced Rwanda. I understand it to a significant degree what it is, what its challenges. And it's from that part of it that I use the word the promised land. Rwanda is faced, like many other countries, I'm not going to get into the crisis of the Mediterranean and Europe, but there is the Inzozi, if I can say that, a belief that we can go to the promised land and we will be living in perpetual happiness, all of our needs. It's very short term. I have written extensively about this, and people believe from the photos, from the emails, from the images, and the visits of those who return, they appear to be successful. But I've lived in the diaspora for excess of 15 years with East Africans, and everyone, without exception, would like, as we say, Garuka. Unfortunately, they cannot do so for many reasons. It's a myth that people have succeeded. They have achieved the minimal needs of life. But that is not about building your country. And what is sad about this is that I have left those comforts and come here to do something and to help myself, others, and everyone. And our friends are staying there and enjoying and contributing and paying taxes. And many of them have some skills, but the people who built this country, they need those people back. People came to build this country, and there are others who are running away from it. And I hope you can give me an answer for that.
After the interview, maybe. And so, what are your favorite places in Rwanda? Your go-tos?
And it was two parts. On Sundays, relaxation. I love to go to the market, listen to the banter, the noises, the smells, and tell people I'm not here to visit the gorillas. I chat with the moto guys. I live a very humble life. And occasionally I will go to a fancy restaurant, but not many people enjoy fancy food. It's costly and I cook well. So I indulge and I try as much as possible when I get out to meet people. But one of my favorite things every day is to walk where I live down the road and visit the market and just say
Oh,
hello to the vendors, talk to the Rambo guy, and find out how's life and if there's anything we can do.
and where is that? Where you
Yeah, I
live?
live in Cabeza,
Cabeza.
and I have aspirations of making a difference in where I live, which we can talk about later.
All right. So I believe you've talked about you're into education, you're also into technology, you're also the CEO of a company. So we'd love to know other areas of your life. Well, what do you like to do in your free time? What are your passions?
Oh, there's two loves in my life. The other loves left, the human part. Music has always been my dream and passion. I have been playing a lot in many places, in Romera, in Nyamirambo, Kishikiro. My face is well known, being a visible minority.
Mm-hmm.
And what appeals to people is that I play songs in a language that I don't understand or I'm familiar with. And it's always a frequent question, but love is blind,
Mm-hmm.
and so is music. Music is my passion. It has a stigmatization having a corporate responsibility, and I would like to dissolve that stigmatization. And I've written about it, and I feel that our musicians deserve a better deal. And I hope one day music will also be something Rwanda can export. I know there's a vibrant music industry. I know many of the local guys. And upon my arrival to endorse my new home, I wrote a song called One Way Ticket. It has
One-way
to be.
ticket. Mm.
And after 4 years recording that song, I still believe in it after in 13 years. So music is my passion. And being from the Caribbean, the food is also a complementary one.
And what's your view about the food here in Rwanda?
Rwanda has its cuisine is based on what it has been delivering over years. But with the arrival of different people in Rwanda, just like America and just like Europe and just like Canada, the diversity of the ethnic population contributes to the food culture. And Rwanda suffered from that. There's 150 or 60 nationalities in Canada. In the United States, maybe 200. So you can eat in a different country every day. Since my arrival, I've started to eat in more countries, like 3 or 4.
All right. So, is there any message that you would love to give to our viewers? Any message?
The message is cherish what you have.
Mm-hmm.
The grass is not greener, in fact, it's brown. Stay here and build it. Think about those who sacrifice for we can sit in this beautiful garden and as you walk around Kigali. The progress is visible. It is not talk, as we have seen in many places. This government is accountable. This government is transparent. It has delivered and it continues to deliver in spite of the global challenges. It has gone through significant, it's going through one now, and it is making it.
Mm.
It is
Thank
there.
you. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. It's
It
our
was
pleasure being
really
here.
nice having you here. We hope we can have you another time too.
I look forward to it.
Thank you so much for being with us today. As you have said, Mr. Sheik is a man of passion in terms of education, in terms of technology, and in terms of loving the community. He has shared with us a lot of insight about his experience in Rwanda, bringing different solutions in Rwanda. I am Priska Gikundiro for AE News.